Do you ever feel completely lost in space? Do you ever feel like you've been dropped on the wrong planet? Do you ever feel like a stranger, an outsider? Do you feel like you just don't know where you are, what you are? Well, if you do, and you're someone like this video is for you. Here we go. Namaste and welcome everyone. This is day number 180 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365, one quote every day from the book A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channeled through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today we are lost in space. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever feel lost? Do you ever feel like, what am I even doing here? What is this place? Who are these people? What is going on? Someone dropped me off on a complete foreign planet. This is just absolute weirdness and I'm completely lost in space. If you feel like that, if you're a being like that, you're in the right place. Because this quote today and what we're going to share is going to remind you that you're not alone. Remind you that even though you may feel lost in space, even though you may feel separate, and even though you may feel like there's just strangeness everywhere, what am I doing here? There is a purpose. And these divine vessels, these divine vehicles, these conscious spacesuits are key. And they are truly conscious and alive and aware. So before we get into today's quote, we'd just like to welcome you because we are live streaming live 3:33 UK time every single day for a whole year. If you're joining live, put in the comments where you're joining from now, and put in the comments now also if you're on replay, put in the comments, I'm a time traveler and it's always now. Just tell, do you feel lost in space? Do you feel like you're a stranger in a strange land? Do you feel like you just don't get this place, this weirdness? And maybe you felt it all your life, or maybe you feel it more in the last 10 years, maybe you feel it more in the last couple of years. We're going to share about that today. So put in the comments where you're joining from and we'll get into the quote and contemplation that hasn't been updated. I hope it has. Yes, it has. For day number 180. Someone has to be here pressing the buttons. Every cell of your being is conscious and alive. The space between your seeming solid physical reality is alive and vibrant. You are alive and vibrant, even in the moments when you have forgotten. Even in the moments when you feel lost. Even in the moments when you have set yourself aside. Set yourself apart so that you may experience something that you are not, so that you may give context to that which has no boundaries or borders. And so the key words in this contemplation today is when you have set yourself apart, when you have set yourself aside. So at the beginning we jokingly said we feel like we've been dropped in this foreign land, this foreign planet, this place full of strangeness and weirdness and wonderfulness. And what they're sharing there is we have set ourselves aside, we have separated ourselves apparently, and this is when we feel lost, this is when we feel separate, this is when we feel like there is something other, or I don't know where I'm at, or I don't know why I feel this way, or I feel foreign, I feel strange, I feel like a stranger in a strange land. But we have set ourselves aside. We haven't been dropped here. We haven't been put here. We're not forced to be here. It's a choice to set yourself aside, set your true grandest self aside, to fall and get lost in a space of that which you're not, and that is the physicalized reality. And the physicalized reality called Playground Earth is a prized position in this universe, because it offers soul evolution like no other place or space. So when you get lost in space, it's important to remember the sacred body. So this is what it's shared in the quote. Every cell of your being is conscious and alive. The space between your seeming solid physical reality is alive and vibrant. This is a tool. Time is a tool, our body is a tool. It's something that we are using. It's something that we have got, that we can use to feel like we're lost in a crazy space, and we can use this grounding of the body and embodying, becoming physicalized, so that we can take this infinite all and give it relative experience. So this opportunity and this remembrance, if you feel lost in space, is to come back to the body, come back into the body, and recognize that the fingertips are conscious, alive, vibrant, and awake. The toes, the feet, just feel your feet now touching the ground. They're conscious, alive, vibrant, and alive. Conscious, live, vibrant, and alive. Feel the aliveness, feel the consciousness, feel the awareness. Now feel the space between your feet and the top of your head. The apparent space is alive and vibrant. And so become fully embodied in the body as the body. The awareness that animates the body. And be here and be still. And now you can see the space that is seemingly out here and seemingly foreign and seemingly a place that I'm lost in becomes focused and becomes clear and becomes tangible, and it makes some form of sense. When we embody, we come back fully into and as the body. So much of what we share is all about ascension and rising up and raising our vibration and moving somewhere else. This is about coming back to the consciousness of just this, feel the body, be in the body, and recognize that every part of it is conscious, alive, and vibrant, and that all of the seeming space between here and there, and the space between there and there, and the space between here and here, all of those apparent spaces are alive and vibrant and conscious. There is no place that you are not. There is no thing that you are not. There is no one that you are not. You are all. But when you are all, you can't know yourself as all. You can only have a conceptualization of the all. Here you get to experience the all that you are, the all that is, in an apparent separate form, in a place where space is possible. So place and space and time, the opportunity for location, the opportunity for conversation, the opportunity of feeling and seeing and experiencing this body growing and expanding and coming and becoming. And it's really a call back into the body now. So whenever we feel lost in space, we're lost in a space of mentality. We're lost in a space of mind, a space of thought, that I am the separate being dropped in this crazy world, and I feel lost because I feel separate from who I am. I'm confused. I can't remember. Why does it have to be this way? Why is there war? Why do people hurt each other? Why do people forget? Why do I forget? Why do I look with love sometimes? Why do I look with lack of love other times? Why do I see beauty one day and see the opposite the other? We're lost in a space of a mental place that is an illusion, an untruth. It's taking this perfected vision and it's projected through the filter of a false belief of a separate self, a lacking self, a limited self, one that has to fight to survive, one that has to do something to become something, the one that has to be something other than it is. And this false belief filtration instantaneously can fall away when we just are as we are. And the body is the focusing mechanism. So in Eastern philosophy it talks about you are not the body, and this is true. But when that is taken to its extreme, then we forget about the body and we deny the body and we just see it as a useless thing that we have to transcend. So the body and the ego mind are seen as these in one side either useless or sometimes just like a nuisance, or sometimes that we love sometimes and we hate it the next, or it's like, or in times definitely for this one, at times just forget I even there is a body. Like there's times we have fun. Uh, my beautiful wife, who is in this other room next door to us in our tiny house, she will hear this. She can describe people's features down to like the finest detail, as pictures and just everything, finest details. And when we talk, sometimes we have a laugh. We'll talk about someone we have met, and she'll say, "Oh, is that the woman with the red hair and the green dress?" Or something like that. I mean, just not like even small, like fine details. And I literally can't tell anything. I don't know. It's like I don't see bodies. I do see bodies, but truthfully, it's just like energy. I just feel as energy and see as energy. That's quite a challenge when you're trying to be a human, trying to pretend to be a human. Uh, but details. And so she's much more grounded in that way, in the physicalized reality, and she can see detail and she can really pin it down and she can really see what is there, whereas this one at times has no idea. It's funny how that works. But yes, this is real calling again to embody, to come back to the body, come back fully into the body and as the body, and to remember that you set, let's just read this again, you're alive and vibrant, even in the moments when you've forgotten, even in the moments when you feel lost, even in the moments when you have set yourself aside, set yourself apart so that you may experience something that you're not. You have set yourself, and we weren't dropped by some masochistic soul thing. You're going to go do the dirty work down there. We're just going to drop you off, and you do no. You set yourself here. And then if you set yourself here, then you no longer are lost in the space. You begin to see you are the space. And you begin to see that the space is a live environment and you are the space being animated. And the body is the focal point in the way we can take this experience. Because everything that we see, feel, experience is projected through, again, this filter, this illusory filter which gives us our five senses. Even our feelings are a projection, because anyone that's had these like out-of-body experiences and you transcend the body, emotion disappears. Human emotions that we put so highly, they just all mold into one. They just all meld into one. It's love. There is love, and it's undescribable. And it's not even love is just a letters and a sound. It's indescribable. So remember the sacred body, remember the sacred vehicle, and then when we feel lost in space, come back, feel the energy inside the hands, feel the body touching the floor or the ground, feel the feet on the ground, feel that groundedness, and feel alive, awake, aware, and really bring that back. So whenever you feel lost and there's chaos and you feel like this is some crazy planet, remember, I have set myself aside from what I truly am so that I make experience in a new way, in a new perspective, through a body, and remember the sacred body. Okay, this is the contemplation for day number 180, and now, as always, we are invited to drop into a short, sacred silence as we allow what is to be what is, as what is. So thank you as always for joining this daily journey of A Life of Bliss, the living transmission, this daily reminder of who we are and why we are here. And if you feel lost in space this day, remember you have set yourself apart, and remember that this body and grounding into this body and embodying your being is the key to find yourself in spacelessness again. We'll continue this journey every day for a whole year. We're nearing the halfway point, and we might be exactly on it, are we? 180? I'm not going to do the math. I can't do that. Love streaming every day. 3:33 UK time. All the books. Book. It took long enough to get one book. The quote's coming from the book A Life of Bliss, Living Transmission, and we will continue this journey. See you tomorrow for day number 181 of chapter 16. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We